This playthrough is rated T for teen.
なんだ。
これは一体。
何が起こってるんだ。一体何が起こったんだ。
あれはお父さんの貸し小屋。ここ私の家ですよ。
さくらの家だが、この異様な容器は。
見てください、清十郎さん。テートが燃えています。
何。テートがまさかコーマに襲われているのか。だけどこんなこと。テート全域が戦場になってるじゃないか。
もしかしてここ。今は。
I don't know about that. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with the final chapter of Sakura Wars. Are we in Tokyo from the future? Are we in Tokyo from the past? We need to return to battle now. That's what's most important.
清十郎さんも感じますか。私たちが遊んだあの時のままです。この家の様子、昔の思い出がそのままです。そのまますぎるんです。
まさか俺たちが過去に来てしまったとでも言うのか。
そしてこの程度の戦いの激しさ、もしかしてコーマ大戦の時なのかもしれません。
コーマ大戦、つまり10年前か。そんなバカな。
あれを見てください。
桜の木。あれは確か。
はい、コーマに傷つけられたはずの桜の木がまだ。
ということは本当にコーマ大戦が起きた時のテート、ゲントが接近した影響なのか。信じられない。
コーマ大戦時のテート、本当にそうなら。
さくら、動くのは危険だ。戻れ。
お母さんが生きてるかもしれない。お母さん。誰？本当にお母さんに会えた。さくら、あなた何を言ってるの？お母さん会いたかったよ。お母さん。
ひなたさん。
あなたはまさか清十郎くん？それじゃ本当に。そうだよ、さくらだよ、お母さん。さくら、こんなに大きくなって。でもどうしてこんな奇跡みたいなことがあるなんて。
俺にも分かりません。ゲントとテートが接近した影響だとは思いますが。
ゲント、そうよ。テートはこの戦いの後どうなったの？
それは。
Should we really be... We've already screwed up the past. Should we make it even worse? I don't know, maybe, I can't tell you the Imperial Sword Restored Peace. Archdemon won. Well, I mean, he didn't win, right? Because they... Or he did, and then they sealed him? I don't know.
何も言わないのね。おそらく帝拳の力でテートは平和を取り戻したということかしら。全部 母さんのおかげだよ。よかったわ。私の命はちゃんとみんなを守った。よ
はい。
くないよ。さくら、提言を作っちゃダメだよ。お母さん死んじゃうんだよ。ほら、私大きくなったでしょ。一緒に暮らそうよ。私と生きてよ。お願いだよ、お母さん。ごめんね。寂しい思いをさせたわね。でも私は命を懸けるわ。鉄管さんと一緒に提携を作る。お母さん、私はね、大切な人たちの住むこの帝都を守りたいの。なんてちょっと綺麗すぎるかな。私はあなたの未来を守りたいだけなのかも。私の未来を。いつかあなたに子供ができた時、この気持ちがわかると思うわ。あなたを守るためだったらお母さんは何だってしちゃうの。絶対に子供の未来を諦めたりしないのよ。お母さん、私は今ここでなすべきことをするわ。あなたはあなたの世界でなすべきことをなさい。大切な人を守りなさい。でもしっかりしなさい。あなたの世界にはあなたの帰りを待つ人がいるはずよ。その気持ちを裏切ってはダメ。あなたはその人たちのために絶対に生きて帰りなさい。わかったよ。やれやれ、本当に泣き虫なんだから。清十郎くん、これからもさくらを頼むわね。
Oh, I'm not gonna be looking after her. We're just friends. We're never gonna get together. Sakura will live our lives together. Sakura will save the world. I'll never forget what you said. I really don't want to be a part of this conversation. I feel like I'm the third wheel here. You know, mother and daughter. I should get out of here. Tokyo's burning. Let me just leave.
どうしたの、清十郎くん。
ひなたさん。
清十郎さん、意外に涙もろいんですね。
うるさいな。そっちだって泣いてるじゃないか。
ありがとう、二人とも。最後の時に大きくなったあなたに会えた。この奇跡だけで私はもう十分よ。お母さん、綺麗になったわね、さくら。お母さん、お母さん。さくら、私の愛しい娘。さあ、生きなさい。そして人生を悔いなく精一杯生きるのよ。私、天国のお母さんに笑顔になってもらえるよ。しっかり生きるから。だからずっと見守っててね。さよなら、お母さん。 危ない。
さくら。
これはあの時の。お姉ちゃん、さくらさんっていうの？そうよ。私も同じ名前なんだ。助けてくれてありがとう。かっこよかったよ。ありがとう。あなたがそう思ってくれるから今の私がいる。その気持ち絶対に忘れないでね。
さくら、早くオーブに乗るんだ。もうこの空間は持たないぞ。
はい。あれは
まさか高魔王か。
逃げないと。でも引き寄せられる。清十郎さん。
さくら。
私たちも絶対に帝都に戻って絶対に未来を守るんだから。あなたたちがなすべきことのためにあなたの舞台へ。やっぱりあなたは私の憧れです。新宮寺さん、ありがとう。
ついに元と復活の時。高魔王様、ようやくお会いできますぞ。滅びよ帝都よ、世界よ。何？これは。
この光は。あれは。
あの光は真宮寺か。おのれ、また貴様か。
みんな無事か。
はい。
貴様らどうあっても我の邪魔をするというのか。
俺たちは絶対に未来を諦めない。貴様の野望はここまでだ。何がおかしい。
すでに我が野望は成就しておる。元とはその姿を見せている。高魔王様、我に世界を滅ぼす力を。止められるか、この我ら。貴様たちの未来がもはや存在しないのだ。
行くぞみんな。これが最後の戦いだ。帝国歌劇団花組出撃せよ。
了解。
Wow, was like a lot of that chapter, that little section was weird because what was the point of them going back in time? It was almost there to just kind of give Sakura like a bit of closure or something like that. Like, okay, yeah, when they pop up out of the Shiguji, helps him, gives him some magical pedal energy, and it revives dead people, apparently. Apparently she's God. Who knew? But, like, except for that little thing, like, the whole point going back in time was almost pointless. Like, why? Other than, like I said, closure, and that wasn't necessary. I don't know, I felt like that was a bit contrived, if that's the right description. I mean, it doesn't break the story, it's just another case of, huh? I don't know. I was like, I thought we were going to do something more in time. Like, maybe we were supposed to do something that would change just enough to, like, affect the future. Maybe that's why they'd survive. But no, like, I mean, the only thing that really changed is she changed her history by she saved herself, which maybe she always saved herself. She just thought it looked like Sakura, but no, apparently she was a fan of Sakura, so she knew what she looked like. Whatever. Let's just continue on with the final battle of the game. Us against Genin. Who will survive? Well, let's find out. After I check. I don't know why I'm checking the status. It's not like any trust changed. No. Okay. Just double checking. So, all right. Well, at least, yep. Let's fight the final boss of the game.
大きいですね。
でかけりゃいいってもんじゃねえさ。
遠い。必ずどこかに隙ができる。
でも時間はあまりないわ。ゲントは今も近づいている。
やりましょう、清十郎さん。私たちがテートを、世界を守るんです。
ああ、必ず守ってみせる。
神山くん、原案につながる黒い管が見える？どうやらあの骨幹を伝って高魔王の力が原案に注がれているようですわ。まずはあの骨幹を断ち切って高魔王からの力の供給を断ちなさい。
了解です。
愚かなり帝国歌劇団新宮寺の力で救われたようだ。所詮貴様らの力はその程度。高魔王様のお力を授かったこの我に勝てるものか。
高魔王の力なのか。みんな大丈夫か。
神山、大丈夫よ。まだやれるわ。よ
かった、無事だったか。でも他のみんなはどこに。みんな返事をしてくれ。
そんな大声出さなくても聞こえてるよ。私も生きてるぜ。
清十郎さん、私も大丈夫です。みんな無事なようですが、しりしりになってしまいましたね。こんなところで高魔に襲われたら大変。急いで合流した方がいい。
しかしこのまま原案に向かっても同じことの繰り返しだ。一体どうすれば。
神山くん、夜叉の時と同じよ。高魔王の力が攻撃を防ぐ障壁になっていますわ。
なるほどな。じゃあまた私がぶっ壊してやるか。
ダメだハツコ、それだけは絶対にダメだ。
そうだったな。悪かったよ神山。
落ち着きなさい、神山君。原案の障壁を打ち消す方法はあるわ。かつて玄都を封印した帝剣を使った絶海の儀式、北斗七星の陣を行います。
北斗七星の陣。
10年前のあの戦いのように玄都を封印できれば、流れ込んでくる高魔王の力を遮断して原案を無力化できるはずですわ。
でも封印に使うお母さんの剣、帝剣は原案に奪われたままです。
帝剣は破壊と混乱を呼ぶものではなく、平和と未来をもたらすための剣。その時が来れば必ず帝剣は力を貸してくれますわ。あなたのお母様が剣に込めた思いを信じるのよ。
はい、やりましょう。玄都を封じ込めれば私たちの勝ちです。決死の戦いでもちゃんと生きて帰る。
そうね、必ず帝劇でまた会いましょう。
燃えてきたぜ。帝国歌劇団花組の力を見せてやる。
行くぞみんな。これより北斗七星の陣を展開する。玄都をもう一度封印し原案を倒すんだ。
了解。北斗七星の陣を行うためには7つの星を作る必要がありますわ。この地で霊力を増強できる場所、得意点。そこでみんなの霊力を爆発させるのよ。
7つの得意点。まずはそこを目指す。了解。
Yeah, apparently I beat the guys too fast before she was gonna say anything. So I bet whoever you choose as your vice captain ends up being. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
はい、任せてください。
Well, I was in attack mode, so I kept pressing the button. So.
みんなの思いを剣に込めて。
神山君、まずは周囲の敵を全て倒して得意点を探し出してちょうだい。得意点が見つかったらその中心で霊力を注ぎ込むのよ。
わかりました。行くぞ。ゴーマを殲滅するんだ。
了解。
But yeah, basically whoever is your second or your vice captain, I bet starts off with you while you save the rest of the girls to form the Septentrion array or whatever. Why is it that Samir always happens to conveniently have like the right answer of what we're supposed to do next, you know, every time?
神山さん、その調子やで。
何やら企んでいるようだ。無駄なあがきよ。
We would have a different plan, but the game mechanics don't really allow for anything more than what we're currently doing. I mean, that's true. Just pointing it out, you know. Ah.
なんだこれは。
それは玄都の汚れ。この地が高魔王によって侵食されている証ですわ。神山君、雨宮さん、気をつけて進んでちょうだい。
この北斗七星の陣で帝剣がお母さんが力を貸してくれるまで私絶対に倒れません。負けません。
Yep. Even though it's kind of funny how you still end up choosing someone else as the vice captain, but yet Sakura is still the main importance because we go back in time. She's the only one to survive out of all the girls, not get killed by, or I don't even know if they were actually killed, and they may not have been killed. They may have just been knocked out because, you know, what are the Sakura petals really? What are they? You know? I mean, they don't seem to be like, I don't know, just. They just brought him back to life. I don't know. It probably has something to do with spirit power, and I'm not familiar enough with the world to really understand that other than it's magic, basically. And really, when you think about it, pretty much it is magic.
あれは原案の黒人劇。10年前にも随分苦しめられたわ。
高魔王様のお力が貴様たちを滅ぼす。せいぜいあがいてみせるがいい。
あなたの幻だったかもしれないが、日向さんが言っていた平和な未来を作る、みんなの笑顔を守るために平家を作るんだと信じます。あなたの思い、あなたの願いを。
神山さん、もうちょいで殲滅完了やで。
行くぞみんな、最後まで油断するなよ。
I keep killing them all before they get their conversations. I mean, it's not much. It's just, oh, we got to fight for what's right, the right to party, you know, so forth and so on, yada yada yada. I've never seen anything like it, quite like it. Yeah, it's gonna be odd how we're gonna end up kind of saving the world, you know. Although I guess we're technically sealing them up again, so we're not like doing something that the previous group couldn't do. You know, we're just redoing the same thing. Just we're conveniently not gonna get locked in here, I assume.
逃げ回っているばかりで我には勝てぬ。
行くぞさくら、天剣を湊さんの思いを取り戻すために。
はい。お母さんが願った未来、必ず私が守ってみせます。
Yeah, shouldn't they have had, if you had chosen a different vice captain, that they would go into the past with you? Like the whole, like, ending scene would be just with them? Probably because it'd be too much animating, too many different, like, scenes and all this other stuff. But that, like I said, that almost devalues the person you choose as the vice captain, right? Shouldn't they have survived to the very, to get to this point? No, it's Sakura again, because she's the main character. Even though you can choose your, you know, your ending character. Like I say, I harp on this because it is a minor issue. Because most games that have a choice when you get to choose a different girl or whatever, the ending changes, like, you know. But
雨宮さん、その場所、得意点で霊力を集中させてください。
it seems like in this case, it only affects the very, very end, which is probably like this little bit in the epilogue, and that's it. So, I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't ruin the game. It just.
ここが得意点。確かに何か強い波動を感じる。行きます。北斗の星を輝け。
得意点での力の解放を確認しました。成功です。
この光の柱は、これが北斗の星か。
清十郎さん、早く次の得意点へ。私は絶対にこの光を守ってみせます。分か
った。頼んだぞ、さくら。
I assume we have to do this 3 more times with each of the other girls to form the array. So here's to repeat the battle multiple times. At least we're not repeating the same exact like area, you know. Ah, sorry. She said, "Glad we found you, Claris. Something something. I was in attack mode. I was just pressing the circle button. I didn't."
今まで私は何かを成すためなら命を懸けても構わないと思っていました。でもヤシャとの戦いで力尽きた時。
And of course, I ruined the end of our conversation because we beat them too fast. I assume, yeah, it's the whole.
花組のみんなと過ごせないかと思うと、私涙が止まりませんでした。誰にもこんな思いをさせたくない。だから私は戦います。みんなが笑顔で生きていく世界を。それこそが私の戦う理由です。
I guess it let her finish her conversation, but yeah, basically she just said, "Oh, you know, hey Claris, here we are. Oh, I'm glad to see you." Basically, you could. I didn't press it that fast enough to where you couldn't pause it if you wanted to. So, like I said, I didn't mean to do that.
帝国歌劇団が守るべきもの。 クラリス絶対に勝利するんだ。
But yeah, just like with the whole thing with Sakura going to you in the past, like I said, couldn't we've had like a different scene, maybe cut out the animatic and just have it be like the girls do something like, I don't know, maybe Anastasia meets her family before they were alive or something. I don't know. Like, you could have done that for each of the girls, but you basically say, oh, Sakura's the main character, so even though you choose a different girl as your main ending interest, Sakura is more important. See, that's the problem with this game. Like, I think even in So On My Love, I think Gemini is technically considered the main, oh, it's a charge thing. Even though Gemini, I think, is technically considered the main girl of that game, I don't remember her butting her nose or her story getting in the way of the other girls, because each, if I remember, from what I remember, each chapter focused on that girl, and the other girls were in it, but they had their own story to tell, and at the end of this tale, you help that one girl or whatever. That was the whole point of the episode, was that they were the main character, you know, for that. Even though, like I said, even though Gemini was considered the canon interest of the, I forgot the main character's name. And yeah, the problem with the main male characters is, like I said before in a previous episodes, they're kind of meant to be vanilla, so they're kind of forgettable. I mean, I remember his look, but that's it. I don't remember his personality at all. Although I'll admit, with Kamiyama, and I think I was about to make this point, but I forgot about it.
80% を突破しました。了解。もう少しだみんな。気合を入れていくぞ。
Was
小尺な奴ら。無様な姿を晒すがよい。
Was I think Kamiyama's personality is just different enough because of his perviness, because I think there were pervy options in the previous game, but I don't recall them being like, maybe it's because it was always seen through like a first-person view for most of the point. Wait, was I supposed to? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to jump on the middle platform there. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry I missed your conversation, dude, but I gotta use my abilities sometimes, you know. But yeah, at least with Kamiyama, because I guess because it's not always first person. I mean, there were some animated scenes in Soul on My Love, or not animated, like ones where you saw the characters through like, but most of it was through first person choice decisions type of thing. With Kamiyama, now that we can see him kind of an overall view of him, we can see an overall view of him. We kind of get to see more of his personality. That he kind of stares out in the open. He's kind of pervy, but he's not a bad guy. That type of thing. So he's a little bit different from the other heroes. But yeah, so I think I definitely remember Kamiyama more than the character from the previous game. At least Soul on My Love, anyway. I'll give this game credit for that.
あの光、あれは北斗の星か。でも一体誰が。ベルリン歌劇団参上。
得意点に到着。聖団の構築に成功しました。
エリスさん、マルガレーテさん、よくご無事で。我らベルリン歌劇団に敗北はないと言いたいところだが、あの不思議な光が力を貸してくれなければ危ないところだった。とても強く気高い光だったよ。助けられたな。助けられたって今日は随分素直に認めるんですね。あるのはただ使命、歌劇団として誰かを守るという意志だけだ。エリスさん、
はいはい、偉そうな演説を聞いてる場合じゃないです。早く次の得意点へ急ぎなさい。
ああ、わかった。よし、俺たちは次の得意点に向かうぞ。
Well, thanks for helping out. Maybe the reason I'm getting so much characterization now is because we didn't get as much during the story because we got more with Shanghai, so that's why they're not here.
よし、では行くぞ。3つ目の得意点に向かう。
And Berlin and London got kind of its own characterization with Lancelot and Sakura. So.
こんな時にどうしたんだ、あざみ。
こんな時だから来た。花組の隊長になってよかった。
No, we didn't actually be at Fes. We actually took a little bit longer, so she actually got to finish her conversation. Woohoo!
もちろんよかったよ。みんなとあざみと会えた。
あざみも帝国歌劇団に来てよかった。清十郎に巡り会えてよかった。花組と清十郎のおかげであざみは本物になれた。自分の道を信じることができた。
Well, I thought you thought me more just as a stranger because I skipped your date. So, but yeah, if I had done that, I bet we would have had her as the vice captain. That would have been awkward. Cause she's 13. Not gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let it go. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
帝国歌劇団絶対になくさせない。原案相鉄になんか 負けられない。
ああ、その通りだ。人々の未来への道を守るため、俺たちは絶対に勝つ。
You know, I have nothing against Azami the character. It's just, you know, a lot of these games have that like really young character that's like an interest, you know? I mean, yeah, usually their stories at least don't end up as you think they would because of their young age, but it still feels icky to me. I mean, at least they're not real people, so I guess that you can go with that, really. You're like, ah, well, they're 13, but they're not an actual person in real life, so I'm like, well, at least there's that. At least it makes me feel a little better. If it's an actual laugh, no! Why'd you try to kill yourself, Anastasia? I'm like, I don't know! What was I gonna say? Oh, now I forgot. Well, looks like I got some platforming, great. Oh, you're probably wondering what that little symbol is on Anastasia is at the moment. It's their team attack. You can usually get it if you max out your trust with the characters, I think is when it's supposed to happen. It basically is a super boost that has an animated like little cutscene surrounding them as well. I'm just gonna save it for when we finally get to the final boss because you can only do it once per fight. So yeah, that's probably it's a boost for a one time. Dang it! I might switch to Kamiyama just because he has double jump. Every time I try to double jump with Anastasia, she does her umbrella thing. So there we go. Oh, he was gonna say something, but I kind of beat them before. Yeah, I'll probably go over my thoughts on the game whenever we get to the epilogue, which will be obviously after we beat the game. Yeah, I have a lot of words about this game. The epilogue is kind of like, I assume, well, I haven't played it, so.
まさか来てくれるなんて。
さくらたちがこんなに頑張ってるのにじっとなんてしてられないよ。
ここの得意点は僕たちに任せてくれ。騎士の誇りにかけて守り抜いてみせる。ああ、わかった。任せたぞ、ロンドン歌劇団。
How'd you even get there? Weren't you, like, didn't your ship crash and burn? Yeah, whatever. Wait, does that leave out the Shanghai thing? Because won't we have enough people for the lights to do the raid? Because we got 2, and they said we have 5 characters plus us, so maybe Shanghai will pop up anyway, just because they need to have a time to shine. Sorry, what did you say again? And I kind of used a cutscene to ruin your cutscene, or ruin your phrase. Or... That makes sense. We hit max. This battle is so long that it's of course I am combining it with. This will probably end up being like I'll probably end up making the epilogue one episode and just make this in the battle scene, the beginning part in the battle scene, one episode. I had a kind of inkling that the final bits were going to be pretty long, and I was just going to do one long take because it would kind of ruin the moment to. Well, I'll probably just make a one-hour video, but you know, the problems with trying to be cinematic.
これで5つの星が揃った。残るは2つ。
この星はアザミが守る。だから清十郎は早く次の得意点へ行って。分か
った。アザミ、ここは頼んだ。
Yay, platform ain't my favorite. I assume we're supposed to plot Hatsu's next. I was trying to think, who's next?
コーマなんざぶっ飛ばしてやる。
ハツオ、待たせたな。準備はいいか？
おう、神山。ハツホちゃんに任せとけよ。ここでやらなきゃ女が廃るぜ。
得意点はあと2つ。時間がない。急ぐぞ。
了解。
さすがに目障りだ。そろそろ消え失せ。帝国歌劇だ。
そら。霊力こんな
魔王復活まであとどれぐらいなんだ。早く7つの星を完成させなければ。待たせたな、神山。
上海歌劇団参上。
シャオロン、ユイさん。真打ちは遅れてやってくるってな。上海の竜、歌劇に登場だぜ。
6つ目の星は私たちに任せて。帝国歌劇団は最後の1つを。
助かる。みんな先を急ぐぞ。
They didn't even let Hatsuho have her own talking moment there. I guess because she, you know, doesn't go with the platitudes or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, if Anastasia had been like available as a captain, I would have also preferred I need to switch to Kamiyama. His double jump's pretty. Well, actually, all the girls have double jump except for her, except for you know. Anastasia because of her umbrella.
なあ、神山。あんたと初めて会った頃、私たちすげえ弱かった。
Sorry to ruin your conversation. What was that, Hatsuho? Something about having a moment with each other?
カオルさん、コーマ王の封印の様子はどうですか？
封印は確実に弱まってきています。もうあまり時間はないと思います。
急がなければ。
I assume she was going to say, it looked like she was kind of saying, oh, you didn't know your head from your butt, you know, and now you're a captain, you're reliable, I rely on you, something like that. That's the only problem with beating these so fast is that it kind of ruins the kind of the, you know, the girls having their kind of own line with Kamiyama, which I guess when you don't choose him as the vice captain, it's not as important, but still, you know, they're having a moment. But yeah, Hatsuho would have been my second choice if it was an option. Obviously, it wasn't. But I don't know. I don't like the cliche of the kind of the tough girl, you know, cliche and all this other stuff, and the fact she talks like a street punk.
データに住むみんなは家族だ。守んなきゃいけねえよな。命張ってでもよ。
Well, actually, I don't know. She sounds like a punk. She just says she sounds like a punk when she talks. So I assume her vernacular and the way she speaks is like the way a street punk would talk, you know. So.
お前たち本当に強くなった。ありがとう。 最高のライバルがいてくれたおかげさ。言っておくが、主役を譲るのは今回だけだからな。行けよ。そして帝都を救え。帝国歌劇団。
Isn't this supposed to be Hatsuho's time to shine? Yet they're taking it up. Why do people have against Hatsuho? Why? She's awesome. I guess. I mean, she is. I mean, you know, wouldn't you want a girl like that on your side? You know. Maybe some people don't like the fiery redhead type of character, but hey, I like it. But that's probably one of the few, like, kind of the basic female tropes that I kind of like when it comes to characterization. You know, the whole tough girl, tomboy, I guess, is the best example of what you would call a character like that. Tomboy Amazonian, I'm not sure. One of the two I like, but. Better put in the extreme here. To the extreme. But and it is kind of a different way of doing her because she still is the tough girl, you know, active, all this other stuff, but she's a shrine maiden for some reason. I mean, you know, any character could be any profession. It's just, I don't think I've seen a street punk character be a shrine maiden too. You know, because most street punk characters are usually punk characters who don't have their characterization is usually they're rebelling and they don't have like really any drive. And then over the course of the story, they end up having drive. So they're not quite punks in the same sense anymore. They might be tough guys, but they're, you know. Yeah, I was like, thanks for giving Hatsuho's a little turn in this, being taken away by every other character. Is that supposed to be a running gag or something like that? It almost sounds like it, you know.
Kamiyama, 待たせたな。こっちは準備完了だぜ。あ、すみれさん、聞こえてますか？7つの星を作ることに成功しました。任務完了です。
すみれ様、大地に7つの星が輝きました。封印の儀式、北斗七星の陣、いつでも発動できるで。わかりましたわ。私を置いていくなんて絶対に許しませんわ。お願い、待って私を一人にしないで。大将、いつかきっと私たちはまた出会う。すみれさん、
俺たちの思いを、未来をつないでください。
ありがとうみんな。 きますわよ。今こそ輝け命の星を、北斗七星の陣。
体が動かぬ。これはまさかあの時の。
そうですわ。帝拳を持ちて魔を封じる儀式、北斗七星の陣。我北斗の陣、命を込めて地に注ぐ天地最短資源世界を立つ。今よ雨宮さん、絶海の力を解き放ちなさい。
お母さん、力を貸して。
やめろ。
雨宮の命に宿る絶海の力、今ここに。
行くぞみんな、今こそこの戦いに終止符を打つ。帝国歌劇団花組出撃だ。
了解。
これで終わりだ。帝国歌劇団。
Okay, so Sakura in this playthrough, because of Anastasia being the vice captain, has to do the array. Why did she use the sword? Wasn't she supposed to be holding the array, or do you not have to do anything to hold the array?
戦いましょう。全員一緒に。
Because shouldn't it have been, in that case, since she's holding the rake, shouldn't it have been like the vice captain who should have done it, or Kamiyama? Mainly the vice, it should have been the vice captain because that's the person you chose. See, that's what I mean, like by making Sakura so integral to the story, it kind of bypasses the importance of all the other characters. Like, I don't know, it's just something feels off about that, you know? And not that I hate Sakura as a character, it's just, like I said, for being a harem game, well, harem just means that there's multiple love interests and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily mean, although in some games it means you get all the girls. I assume what we're just supposed to be building up our power so we can like attack again or whatever. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. Keep pressing the wrong button. Use your ability. Thank you. Oh, I probably should use my oh, I guess we can't affect him like that. Okay. Good to know. Ah, ow. But yeah, I got these guys are here to do that. I kind of wanted to save using it for like the final little bit, but might want to get out of the way now. Okay, so what you want to do is when you have that little like symbol on the next one, all you have to do is press the touchpad and it activates team attack.
二人の心を合わせるんだ。行くぞ。
あれは私の星座天秤座ね。あれは何の星座かしら。
あれは神山座だよ。
私を守ってくれているみたい。
気に入ってもらえたかな。
伝説の星座たち。
Oh my god, talk about getting a swelled head, Kamiyama. The Kamiyama constellation? Seriously? Anyway, it basically supercharges you. Oh, and I guess this is how you start hurting enemies. Maybe I can use my power while his hands down. I think you're just supposed to beat a bunch of dudes and then do this.
我々がここまで戦ったのは正義を貫き世界の平和をつかむためだ。神山清十郎。
Wow, almost like completely wrecked him.
みんな最後の力を振り絞れ。帝国歌劇団花組行くぞ。
了解。
No, we're almost done. He's almost dead. Oh, now we're in the. Yeah, he's not a very hard boss. I mean, maybe it's easier if you have like a ranged character. Maybe that's why. See, that's why Anastasia's the best, because range beats everyone. I mean, gun beats everything else in real life, so why not? Yeah. Yeah, you're probably supposed to just hit them until he gets weak from something like the array or something like that, and you just fight dudes until he hits his fist on the ground or whatever. But when you have a ranged character, you can just start blasting them. Nah, I forgot to dodge those.
心と心が結びつけば未来を作る大きな力になる。
絆の力だ。覚悟しろ。原案相鉄。
How'd I get hurt when I was in the middle of yeah, whatever. Looks like he's almost done. Yay, we did it. Goodbye, Genin. We hardly knew you.
終わりだ。剣案。
隊長頑張れ。
任せたわ。
お願いします。悪を倒して正義を示す。
絶対正義。帝国歌劇団。
Wow, that took a long time. Jeez. How many minutes was that? Like 30 or something like that? Oh, it just seemed like it. Huh. Wow, and you can do it even faster than that. Well, with Genda destroyed and the Shadow Tokyo resealed, all that's left for us is just to wallow in our own, I was about to say self-pity for a second, but wallow in the accolades and praise. Let's wipe our hands of all this dirty situation, clean up the town, and get our just rewards. Let's go. Let's do it, man.
空が
終わったわね。
やったな、神山。大勝利だぜ。これでテイトは救われた。清十郎さん？
最初地上勤務を命じられた時はさ、左遷かと思ってたんだ。だけど帝国歌劇団に来て君たちの隊長になれて本当によかった。ありがとう。みんなのおかげでこんなにも笑顔でいることができる。
何を言ってるんですか。そんなの私たちもですよ。そうですね。
感謝しているわ。
清十郎さんが隊長になってくれて本当に良かったです。
みんな
あなたを呼んだ私の目に狂いはなかったわ。
すみれさん、それにみんなも。
コーマに操られるなんて不覚だった。
私たちを助けてくれたこと改めて礼を言う。
まあまあ、反省はそれぐらいでいいだろう。その後の戦いで十分に働いたじゃないか。
大 確かにエリスってめちゃくちゃ強かった。今度勝負しようよ。帝国歌劇団のみんな、よく頑張ったね。
いい戦いぶりだったぜ。さすが俺のライバルだ。みんな、この勝利はみんなの頑張りのおかげだよ。誰一人欠けていてもこの勝利はなかった。世界歌劇団が力を合わせた結果さ。
それでも今はあなたに感謝したいのよ。
すみれさん、
ありがとう神山くん。帝都みんなを守ってくれて。
はい。
清十郎さん、それじゃ全員でいつものあれやっちゃいますか。
そうだな。それじゃあみんな行くぞ。
Alright, time for one last victory pose. And we do it with the loudest yell ever! No, I'm not doing that. I'm not a yeller. Not even in real life. Only when I'm angry. And usually I think I'm by myself.
どんなに辛いことがあってもみんながいれば乗り越えられる。信じた道が正しき道です。
これこそ真の世界歌劇団だ。ありがとうみんな。せーの、勝利のポーズ。
決め。
Well, there you go, folks. That was the final battle. Genin has been defeated, Celebration has won, and we've been praised for saving the world because we are the MC. MC gets all the praise. Yeah, that's how it always is, so can't suffer from that. So, actually, I assume the team status is still the same. Yep. Not any of the girls. Oh, Claire's finally got to the next step. Woo! Probably because of that last victory pose. It gives you trust. Even when I had it on my lowest, you still get trust because why would you lose trust at the very end of the game? So, a lot to say about the game and the boss and everything like that, but I think I'll save that for the next episode. Yep, the next episode is going to be the epilogue, so we get to, kind of see what happens at the end of the game, see the ending and everything like that, and I'll talk about my feelings and thoughts there. So I hope you'll join me for the finale of Sakura Wars. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.